Hi, guys. This is Dr. Uma here. And at 50, many of us believe that it's too late to regain control of our health. But we have Dr. Parimita who proved otherwise. Post menopause, she faced the challenges of hormonal weight gain, persistent bloating, and gastric issues with a waistline that had expanded to 38 inches. But after joining Fume, she lost 14 kgs and a jaw dropping reduction of 10 inches from her waist, going from 38 inches to a sleek 28 inches. Not only did she shed the hormonal weight, but she also eliminated bloating and gastric discomfort and rediscovering the energy and vitality she thought was long gone. Right? So let's dive into her journey and let's welcome Dr. Parimita here. And I thank you for joining us today to share your transformation story. Hello,
Thank
Dr.
you so
Parimita.
much. Yeah. Hello, Dr. Uma. Thank you so much. And it's an honor and really a matter of happiness to be here with you today.
So, Dr. Parimita, tell me about yourself, what you do, where are you from, what's your age? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually from Kolkata, born there, but settled in Bhubaneswar, Orissa. So I can say that from both the places. And I'm into education industry. Like I started as a teacher, coordinator, and now I'm a principal for the past around 7 to 8 years, heading school.
Awesome.
So in touch with students, teachers. That's how my life is all the time, inspiring people, motivating them. And
Awesome.
I'm currently 51. I just completed 51 in October.
All right.
Crossed 50, and when I joined Fume I was 50, I think. It was during a period like I didn't know about Fume, and had it not been that period when I went into sabbatical and I left my job to study at IIM, that I was sitting across with my laptop and trying to focus, and I came across this Instagram ad. And I thought of just clicking and checking what it is. Though I had heard about fitness programs and diet and weight loss and all, I never believed, because dietitian I had once taken, because I had this problem of gastric issues a long time. So I had taken this program, and you had to have quinoa, dalia and all, and I didn't like though I struggled and I lost weight, but it was very difficult. You always had that urge to eat something and then you couldn't. So this thing which attracted me was that you can have your normal dal, chawal, aloo, and then you can lose weight. So that was something I said, how does that work? So when I joined for the 3-day program, boot camp, and I came to know initially, I was just, it happens, it takes time for you to understand.
Right.
I was very much convinced and attracted by the science behind it. And of course, both your backgrounds, when you hail from IIT and you yourself being into the medical industry, both of you being doctor, then I understood, and your own journey when you spoke about it, how you reduced and how the ailments went off. And one thing which actually, caught my attention was, if you don't invest in your health now, then in the long run you are going to invest in medicines and hospital bills, which I felt is very true.
Yeah.
Because when I was in North Haryana, Sonipat, when I have changed jobs a lot. So I used to I faced this gastric and acidity issues a lot. So I had to have medications and all. And the reason I didn't understand, I went to the gastroenterologist, I went to doctors, and they did all kind of, they even admitted me, they did everything. And I felt that, no, it's not continuous medication. Then what do you eat? I quit non-veg completely. Then anything I would eat, I would wonder, now the next thing I need is a soda bottle. It would happen that my family would say, oh, if you're going somewhere, now what she needs is a soda bottle, definitely, because I can't digest. Or Eno packets used to be me in my handbag completely. And I felt that this is something, I'm becoming dependent. So this issue of, then I realized I have metabolism is very slow, because I cannot digest food easily. So, but exercise was something I was taught from my childhood. But, it happens, exercise is something which is more of the mind. You need to be mentally, very conscious about it. And other diet programs, they say that you don't need to exercise, you can just be on diet. But again, here I heard in Fume that you need to exercise at least for 10 to 15 minutes or something. So if somebody is telling you that you don't need to exercise and you can only have diet, then it doesn't work. So it was the truth, which came out. that yes, we are promising something, but then these are the few things which you have to do. And that is how, the 3-day boot camp, the third day I was convinced. And I thought whether to invest or not, because I didn't have a job at that time. But as I said, I took this decision. I said, no, if I don't do it for myself, I'm not doing it for anyone. So I did not discuss with anyone. I just enrolled. I said, I'm taking a risk on my life. I'll see. If it works, well and good. If it doesn't work, I'll not share with anybody. It's going to go down. Okay, fine, I've got it. I started, and then the one-to-one consultation started, and things rolled on, and then the steps calculation. So since I didn't have anything, I was not working. So probably I had the time, and I thought, let me, start doing it. So I would do the exercises. Initially, I felt that I'm not able to do. And the food was of course good, because there was only the proportion thing related. Apart from that, I was free to eat anything I want, like dal, chawal, sabzi, everything, which I normally even preferred. So that was something good. And then slowly I found the difference happening, first month, second month, and the confidence came in. So after 3-4 months, when people saw me, because I was not meeting people, then suddenly, the people started saying that, oh, you've got you look different a little bit, you've lost weight. That's when it became more. And I remember IIM, we have 2 campus days in IIM. The first campus day was before I joined FUME. So, how I looked, and when the next time I went to IIM campus, the difference was visible, and people would say, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Everybody would say, how did it happen? We saw you some months back. And that's when, I said, no, this is happening, and I guess I'm on the right track, and I've done the right thing. And then I found this bloating issues and all slowly, though it took a lot of time, because I did have that issues. That's something maybe hereditary or what, I don't know. It is there. It's there in the family. And then, issues of bowel movements, constipation, or piles. These are hereditary problems in my family. And everybody has had to undergo some surgery or operation or something. So I was somebody, I said, no, I am going to control it with diet. So this helped me a lot. And slowly it worked. And I felt that only one thing, I remember, I think Mr. Jagan used to always say when I watch the videos, if you don't invest in your health now, you are going to pay the same money you will invest in hospital bills and medicines. And that was something, it was stuck in my mind. And I said, no, it has to be now or never. And slowly when things started working, I felt like it's magical. Now people of course tell me you've gone so thin. People say that, no, your face has gone shrunk, you're not, it's not like, but I know it's because they have not seen me that way. They've seen me the chubby kind, so they feel. Now I don't care what people say. I know that I'm happy, because I feel that, health is happiness.
Absolutely.
So, it's not about only wearing something comfortable. It's not about wearing such clothes, which make you look slim. It's about being active, being able to climb up the stairs without panting, able to walk a lot, move around. And at the end, when you wake up or get up, you feel that you're like a young, your body is still that young. So that is something which makes you feel. And yesterday I was watching a documentary on Netflix. What the food. It's something which everybody should watch. And when I saw that, it's a true documentary where research is going on. It's talking about, packaged food items, especially non-vegetarian packaged food items which are there. And everybody is promoting. There's revenue involved, there's money involved, but at the end, it is at the cost of our health that we are consuming.
Absolutely.
So I guess then I felt that, I immediately texted both my from FUME who are attending with me, Sonakshi and Jyoti. I said thank you to both of you and to FUME, because I find that maybe at the right time I've hit the jackpot, I've connected with the right people. And it's a beautiful piece of work that you're doing. People who will understand and follow will definitely benefit in the long run. So for me also, I want to say that as long as I live, I should be fit and healthy, and people should remember me. And oh yes, health wise, I feel that yes, one should be
Absolutely, Parimita. So Parimita, tell me now, you have got the results, and so how it has positively impacted your life?
First of all, I would say that positively impacted my life in the fact that I feel happy, very happy. When I walk around, Now, earlier, what used to happen, I would say that when I would be very conscious about what I'm wearing. If I'm wearing a sari, I would feel that is my tummy visible? Should I cover it up? And if I wear trousers and all, I would feel that I can't tuck in my shirt. I need to put my shirt out because otherwise it will look odd. And I even started stitching all the buttons in my shirt because when you sit, then
Yes,
your
it
shirt
opens.
seems to, the tummy seems to come up. So these things
Yeah.
are very things which used to make me very conscious. And I used to feel that no matter whatever I wear, I'm always conscious. If I'm getting photographed, somebody's taking a pic, I would be conscious, oh, am I looking fat or bloated? Which angle should I stand? So these things were there which made me very conscious. But now, whatever I wear, I can wear anything. I have started tucking my shirt and wearing to school, which is something I feel that, I am so happy that I can tuck in my shirt without the fear that I would be looking odd. Or I can drape a sari and you can go. I know that I'm looking perfect. If somebody is taking pics, I'm okay. You can take as many pics as you want. I know from whichever angle I'm getting photographed, I will look slim and trim. So
Yeah.
these are certain things which is really impacted because that self-consciousness that we have and body, each one of us are conscious about our body.
Yes.
We do say that body shaming should not be there, but unconscious, our subconscious mind is always subject to that body shaming. If you see girls also, no, young girls, they are very conscious. Every human being is conscious about their body.
Yeah.
Very few are there, maybe 10% who may be, bindas, okay, it's whatever, but most of us are conscious. So that consciousness is something which has gone off, and I guess it's like a heavy big burden off my shoulders. I know
Yes.
now that I'm not conscious. No matter whatever I do, it's fine. I can wear whatever I want. I won't look odd, and I can carry myself. I need not worry about it. So I can focus on things which are more important now, rather than focusing on or being conscious about how am I looking.
Yeah.
How is the other person looking at me, and are those people talking about me? Because we always have that. No matter whatever we say, that no, we don't want to be bothered. We always feel that, oh my God, if I'm walking around, what are they talking about me? Are they talking about my tummy? Are they talking that I'm
Yeah.
looking odd?
Yeah.
This is something,
Right.
and my height is 150 cm. I'm not very tall. So I used to have, oh my God, I look, worse. I think I look bloated. I look now. Of course, people say that you look like a kid. And there was Dandiya night program in school, and one of the grade 9 girls on seeing me, she said that, "Ma'am, it's you. We can't imagine." I said, "Why? What happened? You look like us only, one of us." So I
Wow.
said,
What a
that's a
compliment.
compliment.
Absolutely. A 51-year young becoming, around 13, 14-year
30 years,
old.
yeah. So they said that you look like us, and then said, "Will you, this round going around with the hand? We have this dancer in Dandiya." She said, "Will you do that?" I said, "Of course, I'll do that with you." And I did that for the first time, feeling confident that my head will not reel. So I was very, when those kids were like, they felt so happy gelling with me in that manner. The pics we took, the dance, and I could dance freely without feeling that, okay, earlier I would not dance. I would feel that, no, I'll look odd if I dance. But now it's okay. I feel that I can move my body anyway, because the exercises in Fume also teach you, left, right, the way you keep on doing. I used to watch a lot of your videos, yours and Mr. Jagan's, the exercises constantly, the beginners, and then, the HIIT, the cardio, everything. So that, made initially, I was a little hesitant, but slowly, I felt that as you make your body, you become free. And then you feel that you can move your body in every direction, and you're very carefree. So that carefreeness which has come, that has had a very positive impact on, and made me feel very comfortable.
Absolutely. And I feel, Dr. Parimita, as now you are at a very responsible position being a principal, you are a role model for all the kids around and all the teachers around. So how you are, now fulfilling that role when you are being fit? So
Yes.
how it has changed? I mean, I want to, ask that, does your personality, have you seen the shift in your personality now after becoming fit?
Yes, I have. Because of course, it wasn't that I had ever put on a lot of weight, but yes, because as I said, because of my height, I would look bulky.
Yeah.
So I used to be conscious, whenever I saw somebody tall and slim, I had that feeling, oh, this person is, they can eat whatever they want and they are tall and slim. I need to be conscious. And I would feel a little depressed if I moved around. And what are the students talking about? Now I am very comfortable, and people who see me, they they have that admiration in their eyes. And then I found suddenly everybody becoming around me, people come and say, I hear that, oh no, I am only green tea, I don't want to. I said, why green tea? No, trying to lose weight, trying to fight this. So people have started becoming like, everybody wants to lose weight now. Everybody wants to be conscious, that weight, I'm not talking about it, but people around me start talking that, oh,
now your personality is talking to them.
Yes, it's like, they feel that I also, so I come across people suddenly, everybody's, even my chairman or they say that, no, we're skipping lunch, we're not having lunch. So I said, why are you not having lunch? No, we'll have light things. I said, look, the thing is that you will not have lunch, but if you eat a heavy dinner, it goes away.
Yeah.
Having biscuits is not going to solve the problem.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's like people have a misconception that if I don't eat rice, and then I will be fit. But I like that concept that it's not about not eating rice. It's about eating everything that is there, but in small quantities. So when I went to the IIM campus, like I had to stay for 1 week and I had to eat whatever was served. And there was a variety of food, everything was there.
Yeah.
So I was told by my dietitian that, that what you should eat and all. I said, I'll eat everything, but in small quantity. I remember you telling me in one of your videos, I think, that eat everything in small quantity. So I would take everything on my plate.
Exactly.
And I would eat. Now also when I go, people say that you don't eat. I said, I eat everything. You look at my plate. I'm having sweet also. Because I can eat everything and I'm eating everything. So you don't say that I'm not eating and I'm dieting or I'm going into that. I'm not dieting. I'm eating everything. You can see my plate, but in small amounts. And also the fact that if I'm eating, I'm not eating regularly. Once in a while, I'm eating everything. If I want to eat a chocolate cake, I'll eat it. Even I have cravings. So once in a while I eat and then I stop. And then I go into exercise and I control my diet. And then once
so you don't get into guilt mode ki aha maine ye kha liya, maine wo kha liya.
Sometimes I do. When it's a long period, I do get, oh my God, so much. Like I went home now for this Diwali, I was into a lot of sweets came in. And then suddenly I found that how is it that I'm having this sweet? Because I'm not a sweet, like I don't have a sweet tooth. I didn't have rather. But suddenly I feel that why is it I'm having a sweet wala thing? Okay, little I'm eating. Then I would come and, check my weight. No, it's constant. No, I'll exercise. I'll do my workout. So that happens, but then we as human beings will have cravings. But that craving should not become a habit. It should stay as once in a while craving. You have it. You feel guilty and then you again, whenever I go out for a week, I'm not on my diet, I eat everything then I come back and for 1 week I ensure I'm not eating anything else. I'm having my diet, normal food, and I'm exercising. And exercise is something I believe we should never give up. Because it's like, oiling your body, machine. So even if I stay in hotels, I've seen your workout sessions and everything. So when I was in hotels when I transition period, when I was shifting, I had to stay in hotel for 10 days, 15 days. So initially it was very difficult because I used to eat a lot of those hotel food and every time I shifted, I used to bloat. So this time I was very conscious. So with Sonakshi and Jyoti with me all the time, I was very conscious. I said, no, I'll exercise. So I would get up in the morning and no matter, I know I couldn't use the floor exercise because you can't use the floors in the hotel. But I would exercise there only, whatever was there. And this time I went to Delhi, I was exercising on the bed only. I said, the bed will be only one thing to do, but I'll do. Something I'll do. So I made it sure that I keep on, exercising because I feel that is very important. Workout is something. The other day only Sonakshi was telling me that you will not this has become a part. I said it's a part of without that workout I'll feel guilty if I don't do a workout. So I make it a point wherever I am, I'm going to do workout. I went to Calcutta, so my father, he asked me what all and you'll have to do and all. I said okay, you want to do some exercise? I said yeah, okay, there's a yoga mat you can take. I said I was really happy because I took a yoga mat and I did my workout. I felt happy. So half an hour workout, I feel,
And the best part is your father was also, promoting that, do it. It's your routine, so you do it. Yes, people when they see your commitment, people automatically come and wants to help you.
Yes.
That
so
is
he also said that, do it. And what would you like to eat? Fruits he would keep. What all fruits do you want? Everything is here. Have it. I said, I'll have that. So people have, accepted me as somebody who will not eat junk and all. So it's like, samosas are there. I said, it's fine. I will eat only one because I'm not very fond of junk. And at the same time, since everybody's saying, because sometimes when you don't join them, they start tagging you as somebody, oh, she's
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I said, okay, fine, little bit, but not much. But I'll make sure that if I'm having this, then how am I controlling? So that is something I have understood. At the end, it's my body. It's
Yes.
like if I fall sick, I would like to say this. I tell all my teachers the same thing. I say that, look, and even children, I start telling them that, see, if you fall sick for a day, somebody might empathize, have sympathy, and look after
Yeah.
you. But after 2-3 days, you will be left to fend for yourself, because nobody in this world has time for you. You will be left at the mercy of doctors and nurses in hospitals,
Yeah.
and you'll become a burden for your family.
Absolutely.
So it's better that you start loving yourself and taking care of your own body. So that as long as you're alive, you should not be a burden on anybody. Rather, if you're fit and you're able to enjoy with people, they will accept you, they will call you, and happiness, and you will be happy at the end.
Yeah. Dr. Parimita, I want you to throw, you mentioned in the beginning that you didn't tell anybody that you are investing money here, right? So how did you take that strong decision for yourself? I mean, what was there, what was your motivation, to take that decision without involving anybody else? Because generally as a women, we always we are conformist. We want to confirm with everybody, hey, I'm doing this, is that right? We want to hear yes from all the people around, and then we want to take the right decision, right? But you took your own decision, and what made you do that, and how you got that confidence ki, let me take it?
As I told you, one line I remember Mr. Jagan saying that if you don't invest in your now in your health, then later on you'll be investing in hospital bills and medicines. That is something, it became, it was locked in my mind. So every time I thought of discussing, and I thought, no, the moment I talk to people, nobody will get convinced by health programs, because frankly speaking, there are too many health programs and diet things going on. And I hear people also now talking about diet program. They say that, oh, diet program, fine. And you tend to get back the weight. Because I had also gone for a diet program, and then after some months, I again got back. Moment I left, I got back. So I knew that it is very difficult to convince people. People will never get convinced, and at that moment, if I talk, then everybody will say, why waste so much of money, this and that and all, and I'll not do it. So I thought, I just closed my eyes, and I believe a lot in one thing, what I've read about Swami Vivekananda saying, that if you do not spend time with yourself, then you're missing out on interacting with the most important person in the world. That is something I believe. So I do believe in introspection. I believe that if I have to take a decision, I must sit quietly and talk to myself and take a decision. And then, that thing, it'll come. Your gut instinct will help you. So I just closed my eyes and I just sat down for a while, and I thought, should I do it or not? And that same thing came in my mind. It was like ringing in my ears. If you don't invest in your health now, then later on you're going to invest in hospitals and medicine bills. That was something, I don't know, it's like locked. And I felt that, let me go ahead. Money will go now. Okay, fine. We'll see. Let me go ahead. And that was something I took a decision, and I said, no, let me start. If I have doubt in my mind, it will not work. But if I go ahead strongly and said, no, I'm not doubting. We make a lot of investments here and there. We lose money everywhere, We buy this, we do that. We lose money. But why not try again and see? Because something was very scientific about it. Very logical, one has to be convinced by the logic. And in every session that I attended in the boot camp, or whenever I saw, interacted through whatever I found things being very, logical. There was a logic behind everything that was being said. Even the food fad or whatever was there in that, I recorded the sessions and I would listen constantly to it. I understood that there is logic. When there's logic involved and scientific ways involved, then there is no fad about it that no, you don't need to exercise. No, you don't need to go to a gym, but you need to exercise. And you can eat everything, but you must eat in proportion. So things were very convincing. So I felt that logic is involved, and I think I am not going to make a mistake. I believed, and it's like, no, I'm going to do it. If I talk to people, I will be discouraged. because that story is there, na, about when farmer was taking a donkey or a goat somewhere, and people told
Yeah.
him, and he kept changing things and all.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that happens even with your family. Sometimes what happens, you might discuss, because everybody has their own opinion,
Yeah.
and unless you go through it, you can't understand things. So I felt
Right.
that no, I don't want to discuss with anybody. It's my decision, it's my money, I'll do it. Whatever happens,
So now do you feel it was worth it?
worth it, absolutely. I used to wonder, I shouldn't have left my job, and why is this happening to me, and God, so many things. But in the end, there is a saying, whatever happens happens for a reason. And I believe that yes, perhaps that is what happened, because if I didn't get that time to sit idle and serve through things, I wouldn't have come across Fume. I wouldn't have thought of attending the boot camp, because you're in the race of morning going, coming back in the night. Where is the time for all this? And if somebody would have just told me, I would have seen as an ad, I would have ignored and gone out. But probably that was destined. I should see it, attend it, and that was a period when I was free to attend, because if I had to go around like this and do it, would have been difficult. That period of 2-3 months helped me to set a routine, and once the routine was set, now I know that I can, with this busy, the same like busy I was earlier also. This particular routine of getting up in the morning, exercising, being 30 minutes as a part of my routine, packing my lunch with healthy food. I make my breakfast, I make my lunch, my dinner, everything I do, because I can't depend on maid. There is no time for maid to come and help me, because my timings are like that. So I have to do everything on my own in the morning. I used to get up earlier also, but I would end up going without a lunch bag, order from Swiggy, no exercise, just go. But now I'm doing everything. So those 3 months helped me, without anything, to get a routine set. And once this routine is set, now I know that no matter whatever happens, my routine is set. This is not going to change.
So what I feel is your productivity has also increased. Your
Yes.
energy level has increased.
Yes. I'll tell you how something like I used to forget things a lot, and, be suppose I'm driving. So I won't remember the road, or, it happens, you tend to forget, and then you get confused, or brain goes in a sluggish mode. But this is something I've observed, that no, now my brain works much faster, because there is something very active. If you talk about, like, it's like you're feeding the right thing to your body, your brain also starts working.
Absolutely.
And decisions I can take quickly. I am very active. Like, if I have to go up to the 5th floor, 3rd floor, now people are very, they suddenly find me in the staff room or computer, wherever, they'll find me standing behind them, and they, oh my god, like, they know that this person can come, वो कहीं से भी आ सकती है कहीं पे. So that is something, I'm up and down the stairs, here, there, 5 times a day. I'll go up and down, up and down. I don't feel at all like कि नहीं. People will think, oh, वो अभी ऊपर जाने हैं, lift use करेंगे. Nothing. चलो, I'll go up and down. So that is where I feel, and something is happening. My brain is also working very quickly. Yes, but there are things like I need a good hour's sleep. I cannot compromise on sleep, that I have observed. Sleep is very important. 9:30 to 10, I will go to sleep. If I don't sleep for complete 5 hours, 6 hours, then I feel lethargy setting in. I feel tired, and even mentally also I feel. So I guess that is also very important, that I
Absolutely. Recovery time is important.
So those things, in Fume, when they were being told by you or by Mr. Jagan, those things clicked, and I tried and I analyzed and found that these are very scientific and valid points, which make sense.
Right.
Somebody's not just telling you to go on a crash diet, or to exercise continuously for 1 hour, and no, you're being given logic behind it.
Yes.
So this is what you do, and this is what happened. This is the result which is going to happen. So the equations are all well set. And that is what convinced me, and I realized that no, this is actually right. I may not be in a position to make people understand, but when they see me, probably they'll understand.
Yeah. So now what compliment do you get from your spouse and from your daughter? Now you didn't ask them before joining the program, but now what they are telling.
Initially they would say, yeah, now like, my daughter only, she was telling, now we've exchanged clothes. So all clothes which she can't wear, I said, give me, I'll wear. So now in between it was, I had given off all my shirts.
So your daughter is around how many years?
She's 21.
21. So 51 wearing clothes of 21 year young.
And I'm also wearing clothes which are long back, I'd given up and I could not, but now I feel comfortable wearing them. And all my clothes are loose. So when I have to order, then also that's a problem because everything is loose. Now the coats that I have, they're so loose, the suits and all that my husband does, it looks like a skeleton is wearing now. I said, yeah, I know that is there. So now they started saying that you've gone very thin, you've gone very thin, you've gone very thin. My friends, every year I meet my school friends. So
Okay.
last Diwali when I met, it was like I was like that only, little. Everybody seen me slightly bulky only.
Yeah.
On and off, little reduction might be there, but this time when they saw me, they were like their eyes popped out. Hey, what is this?
Who are you?
The expression was different, and like they were all like, how is it possible, yaar? तू खाती नहीं है, तू क्या करती है? They were all like, I said मैं सब खाती हूँ. The thing is that I eat everything, and abhi bhi dekho, I'll be eating everything with you, and I'll eat in good amount also. Because I know I can digest and I won't need an antacid to digest that. Part is I don't need antacid unless things are going very wrong, like you eat the wrong food or something. Apart from that, I don't need. So
Superb.
that I feel, very confident about and very happy about.
Very nice. Very nice, Parimita. So, Parimita, now any message for the people who are, going through our session? So, any recommendation, any message for them?
Yes, definitely. I would say that if you have joined Fume, please believe in yourself that you've taken the right decision. We should not have doubt in the mind because, if you have doubt, our mind works as per our thoughts. Like, if I'm feeding good thoughts in my mind, it is going to work positively. If I have doubt in my mind, like when I joined, if I had the doubt in my mind that did I do the right thing? Is it going to work? What if it doesn't work? Then the mind will also start working in the same way. That no, it is not going to work, and automatically I will feel it is not work. But please, if you have joined, if you've taken a very right decision, please stick to it and follow it properly. Consistency is very important, I believe. There are times when we may indulge in eating out of the way, because even I do it. Even today I had an ice cream, I had a craving, I bought an ice cream and I had. So that is there. Cravings will be there. We are human beings.
Yes.
Do it, but at the same time, don't make it a habit. Keep consistency in diet and exercise, at least till you reach a goal. Once you reach a goal, you can work out. And if you're doing it, then after that also make sure that believe in yourself and follow what is being told. Because, I feel that people here are not very strict. Like it's like, they're very caring. I've had both of these girls, Sonakshi and Jyoti.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask that as well, that what's the role of the accountability partner? You have a team working with you, along with you. How it helped you achieving your goals?
They've been a constant source of encouragement, in the fact that you can very freely tell them. Like, suppose there have been occasions, my partner's been Jyoti as dietitian and Sonakshi as my accountability partner. There's never been a day when they've not been in touch. Now, of course, it's like less because I also don't have time, but we are always on WhatsApp. So, constantly asking, how was your day and what did you eat? If I didn't, I felt I had a craving, I had this. So it's okay, no problem. You can go ahead. So it's not that she's saying, oh, why did you have it? You should not have it. No, they don't say that. They'll say, okay. So, that building trust is very important.
Yeah.
Here you can be very free. You need not feel guilty and say, no, I'm not going to share. I'm not going to tell. No, tell, confide. If you're facing difficulty, tell them, I'm having difficulty. I'm not able to control this. So like I've been asked, do you have this craving for sugar? I said, I normally don't have, but there's a time when I have and I eat. I don't know why I'm feeling this, so I'm having it. So what should I do? It's okay. You're having it, fine. I said, I'm doing workout, but yes, fine. So they're constantly, they've been a constant, both of them been like constantly with you. Sometimes I would feel irritated. Oh my God, again they're calling and asking. But then later on, I understand if they don't do it, then I'll not be on track. When I post my pic to her every day, I wasn't doing it that after exercise you post a pic. So when I post a pic on her, she knows that I've done my workout. Even I know that I'm doing my workout, I'm posting a pic. What I'm eating, I'm sharing. So they are constantly there to help you, and that is the best part, because in no other program you have this accountability partners with you every day. Constantly, and that helps you to build consistency, because consistency is very important in any program. We normally give a 21-day challenge for anything, but
Yeah.
here it is, that consistency is there. They are there with you constantly.
Yeah.
Even if you make a mistake, they're there to help you, not to say that why did you do it. No, okay, fine, you can do this. Acha, you don't like this, fine, I'll change and put this.
Yeah.
So they take account of what your likes and dislikes are. And then I see that in your app, people posting food. I
Yeah.
find that it's all very normal food, chicken, mutton, egg, and paneer, and every normal food is there on their plate. So that
Yeah.
means that everything normal that you make at home, you're having. Now, if we talk about masalas in normal course also, if you eat a lot of rich gravies, you'll fall sick.
Yeah.
Even if you're not taking up a health program, on normal, if you eat masalas, you will tend to have acidity. That is there only. So you cannot have masalas on a regular diet. You need to have. So definitely there is nothing different being told. It's about the same food. Eat a lot of greens and vegetables, which every science book says. But the problem is that we don't tend to follow it. And yesterday, after watching on Netflix, I find that it is proven, there are patients who are telling, a lady who has been suffering so much and is on the verge of obesity says that the moment I shifted to plant products, in 2 weeks, I find the difference. So that is trial tested by people who are, vouching for it and saying. So there is nothing wrong in what is being told. There is a lot of authenticity, lot of logic involved in what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's nothing is like very stringent. Oh, you didn't exercise in the morning. Okay, somebody may not be able to exercise in the morning. You can exercise in the evening. You can exercise anytime. You should
Yeah.
make sure that half an hour of food is there. And it's exercise is also not like I used to watch videos and do. It's not like that you're exercising constantly. You take a break, you drink some water. These things I have never seen anywhere else. You can drink water, you can relax again, you can get back. So that is something which builds you, you become very comfortable. Building that
Yeah.
comfort is also very important.
Yes.
So that
yes.
is what I feel that, and constantly discussing. If you have an issue, like I had health issues, I would discuss with Jyoti, I'm having this problem. Recently also had an issue. I discussed with her. Immediately she gave me a solution. So I feel that, I don't need to go to a doctor. I don't need to go for medication. Whatever I have, if I talk to my dietitian, she will give me some very simple method to overcome it. So
Yeah.
that is something which builds confidence. I want to eat
Yes.
something and discuss. So they are very approachable,
Yeah.
very approachable. One WhatsApp message and you get the answer. You needn't call. So that approachability is very, like I would say, that's a very good team which is
Yeah.
there to support. So
Absolutely.
if I take that measure and with this team and with this support, I believe that I can do wonders.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Parimita, for sharing such amazing nuggets, I would say. And I know all of you who are listening to us will get inspired and will start investing in your health. And as New Year is ringing now, so definitely let's become a new you, right?
Yes.
Let's transform our health and reach to the highest peak in 2025.
Very true. Yes, let's make a promise, because if you want to, fly is the word. First, love yourself.
Yeah.
And first love yourself will come by taking care of your own body and your health. By feeding good thoughts, as I said, that whatever videos and messages are there from Mr. Jagan and from you, both of you, they are very promising and they are very inspiring, motivating, and filled with logic. So one has to, constantly, if you listen to that and if you follow whatever you're saying, it's a very there is nothing illogical in it, I would say.
Yeah.
Very logical, very, justified by facts. So I guess it's just about putting it as a part of your routine and following it. And I'm sure that, making, I think there's a mission he told that obesity-free India.
Absolutely, yeah.
That is what. And I believe that, yes, each one of us, I also wanted to, invite you for a health program or campaign if we have in our school, so you can share the tips and all. That is also there in my
Absolutely,
mind,
yes.
where, we can tell children and we can tell other upcoming generation that, look,
Exactly.
it's not that difficult. It's just that you need to be conscious.
Absolutely.
And conscious and consistency, two things, and self-confidence. And as a member of Fume, I think it's not very difficult.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Parimita. I mean,
Thank
it was
you
wonderful.
so much. I would say thank you to Fume for helping me, emerge as a new you. And I
That's
feel
awesome.
that I am a rebirth At 50, I feel that, oh, I wish it happened earlier, but I guess everything comes with a proper time.
Right, right.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.